Part 2. Final thoughts on the Hardy match, basically. I thought it was pretty dull. The crowd weren't really into it. The crowd knew what was good and what wasn't good here, really. They were a good crowd. I enjoyed them. Yeah, it just, the psychology wasn't really there. It wasn't as good as their other two matches, and they weren't even that good. So, anyway, then we had a Randy Orton promo. Orton basically talking to Batista. What he says is, we were in Evolution 5 years ago, and not much has changed for you. I've got my bitches now. Here's Cody Rhodes, he's my bitch. Here's Teddy DiBiase, he's my bitch. And you're still Triple H's bitch. So basically teasing at Batista turn here. Then we had the Cali kiss cam with Santino Marella. I swear this was the most bizarre segment I've ever seen. I think this would have been more comfortable if Santina and Cali had just come out and had sex in the ring. That's how weird this was. For a start, why can't Santina just say no to the Great Khali? Why must he force himself upon her? And why is Ranjan Singh humouring the Great Khali as though he actually thinks that's a woman? Basically, the end of the segment, Santina, the Great Khali takes off Santina's bra and smells it in the most horrific moment imaginable. This was just weird. I have to say there was one great bit in it though, where Santina said that she couldn't kiss the Great Khali because she was in love with another, and it was JR, and this was the line of the night. He calls me his little slobber knocker, which I just found absolutely hilarious, and that's fundamentally what Santina is for. Then we had Legacy versus The Game, The Animal, and the executive vice president of the company. Why is Shane McMahon in these matches? He doesn't even do crazy stuff anymore. That was the whole point in him. Now he's just a bad wrestler. This match looked like it was going to be really, really, really bad when it started off, because it had the strangest booking to start off imaginable. Before the bell rings, Triple H starts attacking Randy Orton. Randy Orton runs backstage, right? And although the ref refused to ring the bell when it was 2-on-2, for some reason he felt the need to ring the bell when it was 3-on-2. So we had Triple H, Batista, and Shane versus Priceless, which of course was a vicious squashing. And Priceless just looked horrible here. They just got absolutely destroyed. Then finally Randy Orton comes back in and smashes Batista's head off the ring post, and then there's a period where Legacy dominate Batista, which was okay. And as bad as Priceless looked at the start, they actually looked really quite good. Now Ted DiBiase in particular did some good stuff, stuff you weren't, his moves, but he made it look good. Anyway, Batista finally gets out, and then Shane McMahon gets the hot tag, and Shane McMahon starts its unique punching style, and then after a while Randy Orton just runs him into the steel steps. Then Shane gets dominated forever. So there were a lot of lulls in this match. There's a lot of bits where the crowd weren't really that into it, but it was actually okay. This was a good match. I didn't mind the sort of breaks where the heels dominate and breaks where the face dominate. But anyway, Shane McMahon gets dominated for some time, and then finally Triple H gets the tag, and also at the same time Randy Orton gets the tag. And now it just breaks down, and this is, I would describe this as a confusing yet entertaining finish, right? It was kind of shambolic, but alright, I'll try and remember what happened. Basically, Triple H is going to hit a pedigree, then Cody Rhodes runs into the ring behind the ref's back and DDTs him. Then Shane McMahon comes in and knocks Cody Rhodes over the top rope. Then Cody Rhodes hits Shane McMahon with a steel chair, then hits Batista with a steel chair. He's coming round to Batista. Now Batista tries to take the steel chair off him. This is so complicated, right? And he's about to hit him with the steel chair. At the same time in the ring, Triple H is about to go for the pedigree. Triple H sees Batista, realizes he could get disqualified here, and runs out and takes the steel chair off him. Right? Then Orton comes up from behind and delivers the RKO. So Triple H had the match won twice, basically. That's how they'll phrase it. but Orton got saved both times. RKO, they go for the pin, and to make matters worse, Triple H kicks out, and the bell rings at the same time, which was kind of annoying because that surely tips the winner. Because obviously the timekeeper knows that Orton's going to win the match, and he's thought that was it. But what can you do? Anyway, then Orton gets back up. Triple H is coming to. Orton hits the punt behind the referee's back, and Orton wins the World Heavyweight Championship 1 month too late, but at least he finally did it. And I was really happy with that as well. So I'm really happy at this point, right? And we're going into Edge Cena, which could be a good match, might not be. But I'm glad they made it the main event of this, because Orton deserved the main event at WrestleMania. And of course, ended up that nothing came of it. And this time, the Edge Cena feud's been better, so they deserved the main event, and they got it. And this was a really, really good match, right? Starts off with the idea is that Edge is working the head. I'm not sure I've seen many people work the head before. Because of the concerto, Cena's head's fragile. Most people's heads are fragile all the time. That's a good strategy for any match. But yeah, we get a lot of stuff to his head. There's a good bit right at the start where they basically know each other's moves so well that they've got them all countered already. Then there's lots of stuff with the steel steps just getting thrown into them and thrown back into them. Okay. Edge hits the spear, Cena gets up. Cena hits the attitude adjustment off the top rope, Edge gets up. Edge hits a spear when Cena's jumping off the middle rope, Edge hits a spear, Cena gets up. Edge is clears the announce table and is going for something on Cena, who does the attitude adjustment again and throws him into the crowd, which is a good moment. Edge gets up again. Just loads more stuff like that, loads of crazy stuff. And then they run through the arena, Cena's chasing Edge, and then Cena does a running bulldog onto the staging area on Edge, which again was really good. And Edge gets up. Edge does the lifting DDT onto the steel grates on the ring entrance, on the ramp basically, right? Cena gets up. Edge does a sort of concerto. Cena gets up. The end of the match comes. Edge is running to do a spear on Cena off the stage, which should have been the end of the match. That would have been a fantastic end. Edge would have looked so strong. SmackDown would have looked so strong. I mean, Cena doesn't have to look strong here. But Cena lifted it up and tried to do an attitude adjustment. The Big Show comes out. That fucking ogre ruins everything. I thought they just dropped the Edge, Vicky, Cena storyline, but apparently not. I don't know what they're going to explain on Raw. Maybe Edge and Big Show were working together all along. Edge chokeslam. Big Show chokeslams John Cena into the spotlight, and we get some unrealistic special effects. And that's the end of the match. Cena's counted down for 10. The horrible thing about this was that JR was saying, well, Edge is the world champion, but that's a secondary concern right now behind Cena's health. And I was like, oh, fuck off. That's not a secondary concern. And then Jerry the King Lawler goes, well, Edge didn't even win this title. The Big Show won the title. And I was like, oh, are you kidding me? Edge just brought the best match out of John Cena's entire career by miles. Right? That's what he just brought out of John Cena. He earned this title. But yeah. So basically we had the heels win both championship match, and the faces have to be taken away on stretchers, and the face health being considered more important than the heel victories, which were far more important and far more interesting. So all in all, I was furious when the Big Show came out. It didn't really ruin the pay-per-view. It ruined what was a really, really, really good match. Like, seriously good. If they'd just given that a definitive finish, that would have been, just, I don't know. It's too close to when I saw the match, so I don't know how I'd judge it compared to other matches, but it was really good, and it was ruined. But the start of this pay-per-view was really good. The first 3 matches, bit of a lull in the middle, and then the last 2 matches were good, except for that stupid ending. And that is my Backlash review. Please feel free to comment, rate, subscribe, ask questions. Bye.